Hey, this is Marty from Total Outdoor Programming. I'm going to bring you another video in our Flashback series. This time we're going to do one with my son Layne on his first successful turkey hunt. We've been hunting turkeys together for several years at this point. Just couldn't put it together, had some close calls, just couldn't get the gun up right or something happened. So we went out the night before and actually roosted the birds. We watched them from the road, which is, probably 800 or 900 yards out. We watched these birds go across the field. Actually saw the specific tree that the toms had flew up into, and even watched where the hens went. So we had a really good game plan for the morning. We were just going to slip out in the dark, get set up right in between the birds, and we knew in the morning we had a great hunt coming. We ended up slipping in the dark, made it all the way in between where the toms and the hens were setting up, and waiting for daylight to come on, and we were excited. I mean, we knew that we were setting in a really good spot. In our minds, we were just going to wait for daylight, listen to the gobbles 100 yards away from us, watch the toms fly down and watch them walk right to our decoys, thinking that those were the hens that they had spent the last evening with. We were sitting there waiting for light to come, and all of a sudden we noticed coming from the road was a couple pairs of flashlights. We're not the only people that hunt this field out here. There's a couple other people that are allowed to hunt it, and they chose to walk right down the wood line, right past us. And as they were walking down the wood line, they walked directly underneath those toms, and the toms flew out in the dark, flew all the way across the field, probably 700, 800 yards across the field, and landed in a tree over there. So our hopes were a little bit dashed at that point, but we thought, well, we'll still give it a try. You never know what happens with turkey hunting. We started hearing the birds gobble, but of course they were gobbling from 500, 600 yards away. It was kind of disappointing. We expected them to be about 100 yards away, and now we get to listen to them from that distance. And they flew down. We could tell that they're on the ground by the way the gobble sounded. And next thing you know, we look over, and the tom had poked his head out on the side with some jakes. They were kind of going back and forth at each other. The tom really didn't like the jakes, and the jakes really did not like that tom. Sitting there watching them for a while, and I thought, you know what, I should probably throw out some calls here, see if I can get those birds to come this direction. A long ways across there, but I figured I'd give it a try. So I threw out a series of yelps, and it was kind of quiet. They really didn't respond, kind of acted like they didn't hear it. I waited for a little bit, threw out another series of yelps, and they kind of stopped and looked like they'd picked up on something. I thought, you know what, I should probably really increase my volume. I throw out a really loud series of yelps. Call didn't sound the greatest. It's kind of an old call that's getting worn out, but I've called a lot of turkeys in with it. And so I really cut loud, and all of a sudden I saw him dropping his strut. And as soon as I saw that tom dropping his strut, I felt like maybe we got a chance here. He kind of came out of strut again. So I threw out another series of yelps, and next thing you know, they turned, and boy, he was on a run. It was a race. The tom was trying to beat the jakes were trying to beat the tom, and all of a sudden we went from, hey, maybe there's a shot, to we better get ready right now. Layne, turn that on. Safety. And at this point, Layne was younger, and big Remington 870 12 gauge was pretty heavy with that shot barrel on it, and we were using shooting sticks, so we're scrambling in the blind trying to get everything ready. And that 700-800 yards took that bird maybe about 20 or 30 seconds to go across. Next thing you know, he's right there in front of us, and we're doing our best to try and get Layne in position. on him. Get your safety off. If you can get him, take a shot. On him. We must have made some type of move that he caught, because all of a sudden you could see that he was getting a little bit nervous. And the bird's only probably 15, 20 yards at this point. Layne's got the gun up, he's trying to get on it, and the bird's starting to look like he's going to take off, so I thought, well, desperation, I'll throw out just a couple soft yelps and see if I can get him to stop long enough for a shot.
Good job. Good job.
Threw it out, he stopped, started to poke his head up. Layne got a perfect shot on him and dropped the bird. We were really excited.
Why'd you do that fast? I forgot to take the glove off. Oh, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. Watch these jakes. I'm going to show us how cool they are.
And then it was really cool. We got to see something that happens fairly often if there's multiple male birds in the flock. If you shoot one, a lot of times the other ones will come through and end up trying to display their dominance. And so we got to watch that for a little bit.
What do you think?
That was cool.
Good shot.
My first turkey.
Good shooting. That was an awesome turkey.
Safety off.
Here, let's get these birds on. That was awesome.
That was a good one. You think so?
Yep. But then you got right on him.
Yeah, just like the deer.
Yeah.
I wasn't even this cold before.
That's not cold. That's making you shake, buddy. Yeah, you guys can wait for another year. Next year we'll be all excited about you.
So anyways, the jakes finally got tired of showing their dominance and they started to walk off. And we had a chance to run out and get our tom at that point, but I wanted to try and help teach Layne, a little bit about hunting etiquette. The birds were working their way down towards the other hunters that had walked past us that morning. So we went ahead and chose to stay in the blind, leave our tom Layne out there.
These jakes may turn around and walk down to those guys. Give them a shot too. So let's not even make a sound. Let's stay in the blind. Okay?
Yeah, I think they're going straight down.
That'd be nice if they get an opportunity.
So it was pretty cool. We got to watch those jakes turn walk all the way down the field, heading towards the other decoys that the other hunters had set up. And we just sat there and watched, and they ended up getting a shot. It was kind of a long shot, and they didn't hit any of them, but they were excited, and it was pretty cool. We couldn't see them in the dark when they came through, but when they came back out, we got a chance to talk to them, and they thanked us for waiting. And we actually found out that it was another father-son combination that was out there trying to get his first turkey. So worked out really good. I wish they would have been able to get that jake, but it was kind of neat getting to see the action happen. He got to learn a lesson about, how you can treat other hunters in the woods and help them out too. And everybody got to get a shot, and then we got to go out and celebrate getting our turkey. It's the first turkey he'd ever got, so he was really excited about it. And wrapped everything up, went home, got some breakfast, and there's nothing like getting some breakfast when you got a turkey sitting in the back. So we had a great time, and looking forward to more hunts with Layne. He's a lot older now, and that 12 gauge is no longer an issue for him to hold up. So we'll get out there again, get some more videos for you. Hopefully you guys like this video. It's another one in the Flashback series, and we'll try and bring more of those to you. Again, it's just filmed on a handy cam, so it's kind of some old footage, but it's still fun to watch. Thanks again, and if you guys like these videos, subscribe, and we'll keep more coming for you.